I'll be completely honest with you guys. I've been humming over trying to make this video for about 2 days now, to the point of where I thought I was actually going to try doing something new, and I'm going back to the tried and true. I'm just scared after what happened with the teaser trailer. I don't want Warner Brothers coming after me. But hot dang, after the release of the behind the scenes video about the Minecraft movie that dropped on Monday, I went absolutely feral in some of the Minecraft YouTuber discords I'm in. Sorry, Cup and Scar. Most of this video is going to be what I talked about in some of those massive paragraphs, but a lot of it's going to be new stuff that has come out, especially with the full trailer now being out. Just for some general context, I've been playing Minecraft since 2012 with Pocket Edition, and then in 2017 I finally got to move over to Java, and I've been a part of the community since 2011. First things first, this entire video is dedicated to the prop potato from Mumbo's short, as it made me laugh so hard from seeing it I was in tears. This movie has quite literally given its all in the props and wardrobe and sets department. They're all gorgeous. They took things that most players had only ever seen in 2D sprites and made them 3D tangible objects. So from what I've been able to find online, the people behind the actual making and fabrication of the props, the sets, and whatnot are Weta Workshops. You might be familiar with their stuff if you've seen the Narnia movies, Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit trilogy. Those are just their big ticket stuff, but they've also got this very specific and unique style when it comes to working on their things that worked really well when it came to this production. If there is one thing we can all agree on when it comes to stuff about Minecraft, is when you're putting it in movie format, it does work best when it doesn't take itself seriously, and you can see that in the way that you've got the different actors and the sets and the props. It's all goofy and not serious. It works really well because, especially in a world like Minecraft, it's very disorienting. It doesn't look right to us because the reason a lot of people are disgusted by the look of it is that straight lines don't exist in nature. They look weird, and it's going to look weird. When you're in the game, you're surrounded by it. It's all straight lines, and so you can get immersed into that reality. But in the real world, that's why it just looks weird. On top of that, they've taken elements that in Minecraft are 2D sprites and make them three-dimensional. During one of the Minecraft live streams I watched with some MCYT creators, one of them mentioned that the swords looked blunt instead of sharp blades. But to have something with an edge that looks like it could be a Minecraft sword doesn't always work. A lot of us cosplayers, we use the blunt swords because it just looks better. We keep that blocky nature to them because we know what that is. This is a block game. We keep the blockiness. So when it comes to swords, the pickaxes, and yeah, that goofy looking hoe in the most recent behind the scenes video, I'll give it a pass, for I allow there to be a suspension of disbelief. Either way, I would like to give credit where credit is due. The trailer is not washed out. There's been a continuous issue with movie trailers recently that they don't seem to be as lively, but that doesn't seem to be an issue here. I imagine it'll look just as good on the silver screen as it does here, and I expect to see the trailer ahead of the Sonic movie next month to be just for sure. Another thing, because I'm somebody who works in pyrotechnics, and it caught my attention very quickly, I ended up rewatching the same clip about 3 times just to try and figure out what type of effect it was. As a gerb, which is a pyrotechnics term, I can tell they didn't use CGI. You can see the launch base, though I can't distinguish it. I wonder if it's a custom-made effect specifically for this movie, as it's not one I'm used to seeing. It does genuinely look like a Minecraft firework, but low to the ground. Okay, I am not one to do this, but I would really like to point out some of my absolute favorite bits from this trailer. So, starting off, I am really hoping this editing trick stays in the movie, that we get to use and see the different changes in aspect ratio to convey the difference between the real world and the game one. Also, I'm just going to point out that I am seeing the difference between the real sets and the digital backgrounds. I'm hoping when the movie actually comes out, I really fall into the suspension of disbelief for this world and it doesn't bug me as much. The chicken that Dan, TDM, and Lizzie showed now makes so much sense. I love the look of it in the movie. in the trailer. It's amazing. And the fact that it can come apart is so cool. I'm having to remind myself, though, that a lot of the villagers are costumed extras because they look really good. Okay. The level of detail in the wall of knickknacks is absolutely solid. Like, you can straight up pick out all of the different items. I can tell that, there are boots, there's fireworks, there's TNT, there's the helmets. I can tell that it's a turtle helmet down at the bottom. It is insane. One thing I am going to note, though, the fireworks don't seem to have their little wings at the bottom, and that armor stand, it looks solid. Ah, yes, the biblically accurate elytra. I'm here for it. I love it. And I'm really hoping that they were able to do some of the flying scenes similar to how we saw in WandaVision recently. But hey, different studio, so who knows what they'll choose to do. Okay, last thing. Seeing the Ender Pearl as an actual sphere, or spherical, is really cool. It almost looks like it's cast in resin, but I would need to see it up close to be sure. And I'm just glad they fixed the skeletons. In their demo, they had them wielding swords, and that didn't feel right. It's movies like this, like the Barbie movie, like all other borrowed IPs that we've gotten recently, that make me fascinated to where this industry is going. Because it seems, for once at least, that people are actually interested in taking care of the IPs instead of just trying to make them cash cows or have them make a whole bunch of money. You can debate back and forth on something like that with the Mario movie, but the fact that they had the development team from the games, the fact that they had our own creators come in, shows that they're willing to put in the effort of making this a solid movie, whether or not the sheep looks super wacky. That all being said, this is Backstage Magic, signing off.